Ironman Texas 2023. Here's my experience in the pro field and some of the mistakes I made that I hope you guys can learn from. Hope you guys enjoy. On April 22nd, 2023, Ironman Texas happened in the Woodlands, Texas, United States. The water temperature was 72 degrees, so that means it was a swim skin for the pro and wetsuit for the age group. Our wetsuit cutoff is 71.5 degrees Fahrenheit, while the age groupers had a 76. So that worked towards my advantage being a strong swimmer, since the wetsuit does help the buoyancy and favors the weaker swimmer. The pro men started at 6:25 a.m. Still kind of dark, still could see a little bit but not too much. I started towards the left, and right beside me was Joe Skipper, I remember, and I know the top swimmer Andrew Horsfall Turner was all the way maybe 10 guys between me and him. After the first 100 meters, there was about 4 guys that were going to the right and ours to the left. And the 4 guys in front of me were going way to the right, while I just kept my line. I got out to a very decent start. And around 5 minutes, I started going to the right and trying to get on the feet of that front pack. At one point, around 7 minutes, I noticed that they were way out to the right. You could tell on the live stream that they were swimming far away from the yellow buoy. And the yellow buoy is the fastest route to the first turn buoy. This is a mistake I made. I went towards the yellow buoy and swam there solo instead of trying to hang on to the fourth person's feet. I was actually on the feet of the fourth person. You can't really tell on the live stream, but there's some strokes that I'm right there. I'm the 5th guy, but I eventually got a 30-second deficit from the front group and swam solo the rest of the way, while there was like a group of 15 right behind me, 30 seconds back, but they never caught me on the swim. Right when we're heading to the canal and making that right turn, I actually missed that right turn, so I swam a little straight, a little extra. I had to like stop, look, and see like where's the buoy? Oh, it's to the right, and I sort of missed it, so that costed me around like 30 seconds, I think. We got to the canal, I swam solo, I did my thing, got out 5th, 2 minutes back, and got on the bike. I was on live stream for Ironman at the transition, and I was trying to fit my bottle into my triathlon kit in the back pocket, but it just wouldn't go in, so I just put it on my chest area, and then I just went. The total swim time, 51 minutes flat. And then I had a 2:59 for transition number 1. On the bike, I rode steady for the first couple miles because I knew that back group with a bunch of guys will be storming, and my plan was to keep it relatively easy until that group comes and then just hang on to that group and try to legally draft. When the group did come, it was Matt Hansen was there, a big name, and I was hanging on until around mile 35, pushing roughly 260, 270 watts, which I was prepared for, and it was relatively like an Ironman effort for me. Nothing too crazy. After 35 miles, my lower back started aching, and I knew I was pushing way beyond my limits. So I backed off and rode solo the rest of the way. On the 3rd loop, I was around 180, 190 watts. So the power dropped from 270 to less than 200. But all the way up to the 3-hour mark, I think I was holding 250 watts. But up until the 3-hour mark, I was holding roughly 250, 255 watts. So I'm almost there of getting the full 4.5 hours of pretty solid Ironman effort bike. And I think the next time I do an Ironman, I can hold a pretty steady 250 watts the whole time through. The bike was the best leg of this race. I went 4 hours and 35 minutes, 24.5 miles per hour. And I consider this a big win for me because my lower back was not aching, did not hurt. While previous races, my lower back was hurting like 40% of the total bike leg.
Simon! Here we go, Simon! 20 seconds, 20 seconds!
There you go, April. There you go. The best part after the Ironman race was coming home to see April. After the bike, I went to transition. Transition number 2 took 3 minutes and 35 seconds. I had a super long pee break at the porta potty at the transition. That means I was well hydrated. I took enough sodium, took enough carbs, and I was ready to run a sub 3-hour marathon.
Let's go, Simon!
Let's go! That's a 20-minute bike PR.
Let's go, buddy.
20
Heck
minutes
yeah.
in top 10, 25 minutes in podium.
Let's go, Simon. Come on. Oh, looking so good. Keep smiling, buddy. Heck yeah. Woo, nice work. Let's go, Simon. Let's go, Simon. Woo! Let's go, Simon. You got him, come on. You're looking good. We're all so proud of you, man. I love all the smiles. Yes, you look great. Keep getting that food in. You're in a great position, man. Everybody's dropping like flies out there. If you hang tough, man, this is going to be your best one, yeah. Keep going.
I started the first 8 to 9 miles holding around 6:30, 6:40 minute per mile pace, on track to a well under sub 3 hour marathon. And then my quads and my calves started really tightening up so bad. My heart rate was lower than the last Ironman I did, so it means that my effort level was pretty low and I wasn't really breathing too hard. So just physically, muscularly, I was failing. So this run course is a 3-loop course. By the time I got to loop 3, I just walked a lot, had a couple 13, 14 minutes for 1 mile, and it's like my muscles started seizing up and just tightening up so bad that I just couldn't run anymore.
Woo-hoo! Simon, let's go. Let's go. I want to have... Woo! Yes, Simon, come on, last loop. Come on, man, you got it. Looking good. Come on, keep it up, stick to your plan. You got it, man. Looking good, keep going, buddy, you got it. Come on, Simon.
With about a quarter mile to go before the finish line, one of my assistant Coach Mike Cross, told me that a girl was running down Alice and she needed to hold her place to secure that spot. So I slowed down a little. I was doing a 9 minute per mile pace and I slowed out to 10, waited for her. I was about to bring my inner David Goggins out and try to help her to the finish line, and we were right there. It was like 0.15 miles left. I did lose a spot. A male pro passed me, but I went from 19th to 20th, which at that point, it didn't really matter. Just wanted to help my teammate. And it was further than we thought, but I'm glad that I waited. She crossed the line, I crossed the line, we hugged each other, and it was a good moment.
Well done, buddy. Woo! It's over. You did it, man. Well done. It looked tough out there.
Hey, great job, man.
Yeah. Time improvement.
Yeah. That swim was awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Regardless, I made it to the finish line. I ran a 3 hour 38 minute marathon with a total time of 9 hours 10 minutes and 37 seconds. It is a new PR. I went a 9:13 last year. I was on track to go maybe sub 8:30, and that would be very stoked for me to go that 8:30 range. There's a lot that I learned about this race. I'm very glad I did it. I had fun, and there was just so many instances on the run course where I was passing by that made me smile, energetic. Like Hippie Hollow, that section always pumped me up.
How are we doing?
We just finished the race in a 9:10, a 3-minute improvement last year. I walked a bunch, but still an improvement, and I'm very hungry, so we're gonna chew down some pizza. And I got chips too. Right after the race, I signed my bib and my medal, and I gave it to one of the volunteers. The volunteer did remember me from last year, and I'm so grateful for them. They remember my name. Last year, I gave my medal to a boy while I was getting pizza, and this year I gave it to one of the volunteers, and at the end of the day, the volunteers are the reasons why these Ironman events happen. Without them, we would not be able to race, so I'm very thankful. Every time you finish and you have a Sharpie, I'll sign it and I'll give it out. I like to give it to kids, volunteers, and maybe fans. Since my first triathlon, I've been signing my medal and giving them out. Hope that makes someone's day. I'd like to thank my coach Natasha, my team, Diamond Factory Racing, presented by Good Life Brands, my friends, family, all my sponsors, Goo Nutrition, which I use, the Lem Helmet, Jubal Sunglasses, Diamond Bike, Stages Cycling, Palmyra Clothing, Hoob Wetsuit, FSA, Vision Tech, Hybrid Currency, Ice Friction, NVDM Coaching, Steven, who is my teammate, he was there for support, as well as Travis from The Daily Try. He was filming all the content, and very glad to meet him in person. So I couldn't have done this without all of you. I'm super thankful for the triathlon community, and thank you for hearing my race experience. I hope you guys have a great day. See you guys later.